Hi, I'm Crystal, and I'm here with Art Journal Bonus Prompt 2526, hosted by Lori June at Sarcastically 60 Something. I've really been enjoying this open collaboration, so I'd like to thank Lori June for hosting, and I'd like to thank all the other participants for showing off their takes on these journaling prompts. So I'm starting by finishing off the last prompt, which I interpreted as repetition. And I saved the facing page to talk about something that I do repetitively. So I included these pictures and words, a little space to write later about doing my mother-in-law's hair every week and her fingernails and toenails every month. So it is something I do all the time, and I don't know that I would have included it in my journal if not for this prompt. So I think that's one of the benefits of a challenge, is it gets us to think about things in a little bit different way. The next prompt was book. And so for that prompt, I included this page for what I'm reading. Now I am struggling a little bit to pick the next book that I'm going to read. So this will motivate me, I think, to get on that next title so I can fill out the rest of this page. Now Lori June also gave us some continuing homework. It's called Alphabet Collage, where she challenged us to have one page per letter and do a little collage as we got through the year. So I got started. I had this sketchbook, and I got out my pile of stuff that I just kind of collected as I went through magazines and junk mail, and I put some letters on pages. First couple of pages I started out by coloring the page with watercolor. I decided I didn't like that, and I switched to just doing a little background for the letter on each spread. Now I think that my progress from here is going to be slower because I've kind of worked through that pile of stuff that I'd been tearing out as I went along. But I will try to keep up with it through the year and see how it turns out when we get to the end of the year. Now I couldn't decide as I was going through whether words counted, but then I realized it was my project, so if I thought words counted, then words counted, and I did use some, particularly for some of these letters where I was really struggling to find any image that went with it. And it does get harder as you get further on into the alphabet. So you can see that I got to U, and I've got a lot of words and not so many pictures. But I think this is going to be fun, and it's going to challenge me creatively, so I appreciate that. Lori June also sent me a piece of happy mail, which I thought was very sweet of her, and I'm very excited to tear into this, although I will not make you watch me try to get this box open. That took me way too long. But she included some wonderful, wonderful items in this box. Now, I know that people come to journaling from all different paths. I definitely came to journaling from a background as a scrapbooker and a card maker. But I believe that Lori June came to it from a background as an artist. And so I think that background really informs the way that you choose the materials that you use and what appeals to you, and how you create things. And it's just so interesting to see the varied takes that people have as a result of different backgrounds. So I know that you're going to see a lot of these items as I work my way through the rest of the year of Art Journal Bonus Prompt 2526. And I know that I'm going to enjoy every bit of this. So I really appreciate Lori June thinking of me in this way and including all of these items that she selected or made. I think that probably my favorite thing in the whole box is actually the rocks, which I'm going to get to here in a second. But I love watching her Lori June Walks and Beyond, and when she takes these walks, often she's on the beach of the Great Lakes, and that's up where she lives in Michigan, and including these rocks, I feel like I was right there on the beach with her from my perch here on the Gulf Coast, where our beach does not have rocks. We're in a swamp here, so it's a different kind of coastline. So I feel very fortunate to have a crafty friend like Lori June, and I will treasure everything from this package. So I hope that you are also enjoying the challenges of Art Journal Bonus Prompt, And I hope that you will check out all the contributors in this series and visit Lori June at Sarcastically 60-something. And thank you for joining me today. I hope you have a wonderful crafty day.